What up, though? Welcome back to the channel. It's a big Zaddy of anime. That's Zaddy with a Z. Don't forget the Z. The Anime Connoisseur of the internet. And I'm here with you because Inuyasha, Princess Half Demon, the spin-off to the original, has finally ended its first season. And it's already been greenlit for a second season. Let's talk about it. So, when I originally did this in my season review, I gave this a 6.4. For those who follow me, for those who know me, I got my notes. And I pointed out that this is an anime that's for nostalgia, and they're hoping to have that second flare up, that second chance at that money that Inuyasha made. But this is a show for nostalgia purposes, and it was pretty decent. I'm actually gonna say it was pretty decent. I think overall, it held up to the 6.4 I originally gave it, and here's why. And it has the potential to be better, but here's why. So the thing that I liked most about this was that it deals with the character that everybody liked more than Inuyasha, Shishomaru. It was one of those ones that you really wanted to see more of Shishomaru's story. You're not going to get that with this one. You're not. You're just not. But the story was good. It was about Shishomaru's twin daughters that he had with Rin. But for some reason, Rin is trapped in the tree, the time tree that Kagome would pass through. But she's asleep. Shishomaru took his daughters and put them out in the wilderness for whatever reason. I think they called it the passage of courage or the rite of courage. I guess you have to survive on your own to be considered his kind of like his daughters. It's a rite of passage, I guess. You live on your own, you survive on your own. If you survive, good for you. If you die, so be it. But it was cool though. The story was cool, and then you got to see Moroha, which is the daughter of Inuyasha. It's gleamed through the series, but never answered what happened with Inuyasha and Kagome. But you see that Shishomaru and this and the Beast King, who lived in the time of the Great Dog Demon, Inuyasha and Shishomaru's father's time. It was working with Inuyasha and Shishomaru's father. Shishomaru and the Beast King, Kirin teamed up against Inuyasha. And it's not really clear why they did that. And that's one of the flaws in the series. And I'll go more into it later, but basically, you get no answers from this season. You get a lot of random stuff happening. And it's not all tying together. So, the original story opened up with Setsuna, Shishomaru's daughter, because of what occurred after Towa. The twin girls are named Towa and Setsuna. Towa and Setsuna were separated because of a great fire. Their lives were in danger. The tree sent Towa through time into Kagome's world, where Towa was raised by Kagome's little brother, and Setsuna was out to live by her own. Setsuna grew up with this village of half demons, and once it was realized that her half demon blood is so strong that it overwhelms her, with like Inuyasha, she went to live with the demon slayers, which is, if you remember, is where Sango and her little brother were from. If you remember the original series, Sango and her little brother were part of the demon slayers, so they would go hunt demons. And so Kohaku is now the village chief, and he's reborn. He remade the demon slayers, and they still exist. Setsuna learned how to fight with the demon slayers, and now lives with them as a demon slayer. Come to find out, through some situation that occurred after Towa and Setsuna were separated, Setsuna's memories were eaten by a butterfly. The butterfly memory, I forgot what they called it. Anyways, so she doesn't have any memories of Towa. the story is that Toa, when she comes back, they're at a distance because she doesn't know. Setsuna and Toa are at distance because Setsuna doesn't remember anything about this girl. Toa is trying to get and work with Setsuna to get her memories back, to go kill the butterfly. It does tie in with Kiritamaru, but it's never really fully fleshed out. It's kind of like randomly thrown in there that fighting Kiritamaru will somehow help get Setsuna's memories back. But either way, it was just cool kind of seeing that. Seeing the power of Setsuna, having that Setsuna had more Shishomaru's blood, and that's how it looked. Like Setsuna was Shishomaru's like daughter, and Toa was just a daughter, more like her mom though. So then, with Inuyasha's daughter, she is a bounty hunter. She just goes after money. She has the same kind of robes as I think from the fire rat that Inuyasha had that covers her. She has this rouge that that was from Inuyasha's mom, that contains, I think it's like blood, some kind of blood that she uses as like a makeup to really bring out her demon powers. Because she is only a quarter demon and 75% human. But let me just talk about the abilities, right? So Setsuna is like Inuyasha. Setsuna, remember, Shishomaru's daughter. Setsuna is portrayed more like Inuyasha, where it seems like she's inherited Shishomaru's demon blood, and that it overwhelms her and she becomes more powerful, but it's uncontrollable. She has the poison claws. She has the little stripe of thing. I think they called it later. It's like a blood blade. But she goes out of control. But she has the poison claw, the poison thing. She raw, but she can't control her blood. This is hinting at that Shishomaru. Shishomaru can always feel these things, and he's like, she can't control it. Still too weak. Moroha, although she still has the same issue, she has to use the rouge, the what I was just talking about, to bring out her demon powers to the next level. She can still use her demon powers, but she's more similar to Inuyasha in the sense of using sword techniques. She has a Crimson Dragon wave and the Backlash wave, which is discovered later on. When she does use her demon powers, she's called Benimaru. It's like the Destroyer or something like that. And so when she does turn into Benimaru, she is able to harness more of her demon powers. She takes on the fangs and everything. Until recently, in the last few episodes, she would always lose control of herself. But then she did at some point learn to have the rouge to bring out her demon powers, but under control. Toa is nothing special throughout the entire series. She's very mild mannered, and she's like they have her wearing a suit the whole time. It's like, can you really fight in that? I mean, you're in the feudal era, but then they had Kagome in the modern era school uniform. I mean, I prefer the school uniform over a suit, but whatever. That's just me. So her blade, which she kind of received from Kagome's younger brother. It was supposed to be like this ancient blade of the family. It broke. Turned out, I think it was fake or something. But she ends up creating a blade that is able to harness some of the techniques that Shishomaru has, like the dragon techniques that Shishomaru uses, the Ashura strike or something like that. So her blade absorbs demon energy, but that's it until the last episode. Until the last episode, you don't really get to see. You get to see that Toa has inherited Shishomaru's blood, and when she loses control, her hair gets long. She gets the scar or the markings under her eye. She looks so much more like Shishomaru. It's insane, and she's able to start harnessing the same powers that Shishomaru has, or that Setsuna showed. I think Setsuna really more so inherited the poison part of of Shishomaru, and it looks like Toa inherited more so of the dog demon blood in a sense, but she didn't really turn to a dog demon, so it's still up in the air. It's not really clear at the end of the series, at the end of the season, what the extent of Setsuna's powers are, but you see that she has powers, and unfortunately that comes at the end of things. But honestly, it was actually a very great surprise. It came out in the final battle with Kinemaro. Well, not the final battle, but in the battle with Kinemaro at the end of the season. It was really cool. My issues with the show is that it's just a slow starter. My biggest issue is that it's a slow starter. It went from being about and it was just confusing. You never really got a handle on where they were going with the story, because too many stories are playing in one show, one season, right? But they're never fully fleshed out. Like Setsuna's memories, the battle with Kinemaro and his 4 pearls. What did that have to do with the memories? Did that have anything to do with the memories? Why are they fighting Kinemaro? Why do they keep clashing with Kinemaro? Are they collecting the pearls for some reason? Are they not collecting the pearls? I know the 4 pearls under Kinemaro, the Beast King, they're collecting the pearls, or it just so happens they keep running into each other. But it's never done in a crisp, succinct story, right? So it would have been better if they did arcs to this that led to the battle with Kinemaro and his 4 pearls. But it just would have made it for a cleaner story. I did like that they kind of made it about the Great Dog Demon and Shishomaru with their relationship with Kinemaro. Because the thing that was lacking in Inuyasha was that you never got a chance to really know the Great Dog Demon, right? You never got a chance to really get more of it, and you still don't, and you still won't. But you get to see at least a glimpse of the Great Dog Demon again in the show, which was exciting for me, even if it was just for a short time. I feel like everybody wants to see the Great Dog Demon story, and not really more of Shishomaru and Inuyasha, or their daughters. I'd rather see. I hope they do a series on the Great Dog Demon, and maybe Shishomaru too, and their relationship, than just on, the future. Sometimes the past is better than the future. You feel me? Anyways, the pearls at the end of the day, those rainbow pearls, they really serve no purpose. I mean, it's kind of gleamed over that it might be helping control Setsuna's powers, and it might have been helping suppress Toa's powers. But honestly, the purpose of the pearls is still kind of just up in the air. You still have no clue why Shishomaru. At the end of the season, you're not going to find out the answer to Shishomaru, Kinemaro, and why they fought, or what happened to Ren. You're not going to find, why he put his children. I mean, I assume I know why he put both of them both Setsuna and Toa in the woods. But, you still don't know where Inuyasha is, where Kagome is, what even happened to them. Are they trapped somewhere? Are they in another plane? Don't know what happened to them. And then they still didn't ever resolve Setsuna's memories. They may have at the end, but nothing was resolved. Overall, I mean, it was cool to watch, and get that nostalgia feel. I just wish they did better with the storytelling. And I think they could have done better with kind of developing the characters along the way. And it was good seeing the old characters, right? You get the nostalgia feel. You get to see Moroku, Sango, their current life and current children. You get to see Kaede. You get to see Kohaku. Old fields, and you get to see how those stories turn out. But the people who you really want to see and see what happened with, you never get that chance. So it's kind of like a story that only touches the surface but doesn't go beyond, and that can really suck. It does suck. So I think I still keep this at a 6.5 6.4. I still keep it as a 6.4 reluctantly. I'm trying not to be too harsh on it because it has been greenlit for a second season. But I have a good feeling that it's going to be better in the second season. I think season 2 is going to be a lot better than season 1. I'm hopeful. I think it's worth seeing the story just so that you can get caught up for what happens in season 2. But overall, I think the series so far, the first season, it kind of was a letdown. I'm probably giving it a little bit too much credit with a 6.4, but I remain hopeful. I'm not gonna throw it away yet. I know I'm gonna watch season 2, but hopefully I didn't reveal too much about the series. I still want people to go out and watch it without me telling the whole tale of everything. But if you like my review, definitely hit subscribe. Check me out. It's the big Zaddy of anime. That's Zaddy with a Z. Don't forget the Z. The Anime Connoisseur of the internet. And that is a review of Inuyasha's Princess Half Feet.